Baby Bear greets me outside the millet shop where he's currently helping run errands with Mama Bear, who is pregnant. They run into Telly, who is delighted by the idea of having a younger sibling and mentions how much Baby Bear's life is going to change now. The notion never occurred to Baby Bear until this moment, and he begins to fret. Running home to consult Papa Bear. At the Three Bears' cottage, Baby Bear tries to comprehend the situation, asking how there can be a new baby if he's literally the baby bear. His parents assure him the baby will have a unique name with the help of the big book of bear names, suggesting the likes of Fuzzy, Wuzzy, and Fozzie. Baby Bear also doesn't understand why all his old baby things will be given to the new baby, and further insists they can't have a new baby because they are from the famous story of the Three Bears. He proceeds to sing about how they're already a perfect family. While his parents counter they'll be a loving family even with 4 members. This song has helped Baby Bear warm up to the idea of having a new baby, especially when he's reminded he gets to become a big brother. After feeling the baby kick, he eagerly starts to prepare some of his old things for the baby. Suddenly, Mama Bear feels the baby's going to be born soon. Papa and Baby Bear freak out while Mama Bear calmly has them consult the list they prepared for this moment. The list tells them to first not panic, then call Gina, who will be watching Baby Bear while Mama Bear goes to the hospital. Then they ready their respective suitcases. Mama Bear makes sure she brings a photo of her son for her room, and Baby Bear brings a family photo as well. The Bears pull their car up on Sesame Street to drop off Baby Bear with Gina, who has invited Telly to spend the night with them. Mama Bear gets one last look at her son before they drive off, and Baby Bear nervously follows Gina home. While at Gina's, Baby Bear is frantic over the suspense of the new baby. He waits impatiently for Papa Bear to call from the hospital, which he finally does to let him know they have arrived at the hospital, that they love him, and that they will call him as soon as the baby is born. This calms Baby Bear down due to a degree, but he's still anxious about the baby being born. So Gina decides to lighten the mood with a video, Porridge Eaters from Outer Space. While staying over at Gina's apartment, Tilly paces nervously around the floor near the telephone, anxiously waiting for a call from Mama Bear, who's giving birth to Baby Bear's new sibling. Baby Bear remains more level-headed, as he's more focused on drawing a picture as a gift for the new baby. He becomes a nervous wreck when the others call instead, though, so he calms himself by showing the picture he made of his family, the Three Bears. Telly wonders why the new baby isn't included, and Baby Bear says it's impossible to add them as he doesn't know anything about them yet. Tired of the false alarms from Gordon and Mr. Duck, Baby Bear resumes drawing and ignores one of the incoming calls. Gina picks it up and gives it to Baby Bear. Papa Bear is on the other end, and he announces that his son is now the big brother of a baby sister. Papa invites him to come to the hospital while Mama Bear continues to rest. Gina agrees to take him, while Telly stays behind to let everyone on Sesame Street know the good news. In the fairy tale annex to the hospital, Nurse Rhyme points Gina and Baby Bear to Mama Bear's room, where Baby Bear is happily reunited with his father. They are about to enter Mama's room, though Baby Bear is a bit reluctant at the thought of being a big brother weighs on him. Papa Bear is sure he'll do a fine job as such and leads him in. After a big kiss from Mama Bear, Baby Bear gets his first glimpse of his new baby sister sleeping in a nearby hospital crib. He's amazed at how tiny she is. She's a wee little bear, and how shiny her new fur looks. She still doesn't have a name, so Papa Bear begins to consult his copy of the best book of bear names ever he got from the hospital's gift shop. Baby Bear gives a brief speech and presents his drawing to his new sibling, was disappointed when all she can do is sleep right now. Papa Bear offers to let Baby Bear hold his sister, and as he gently gets a hold of her, she wakes up and sees her brother for the first time. Gina comes in with Gordon and Maria, who have come to see the baby, as Baby Bear beams with pride. After a comment that she looks a lot like her new brother, Baby Bear begins to list off the differences between them, such as her curly hair, casually mentioning that she's a little curly bear. This catches Mama and Papa Bear's ears, and they agree that Baby Bear just gave the daughter a name, Curly Bear. Curly drifts to sleep again as Gina, Maria, and Gordon leave to give the bear family some alone time. She wakes up again staring at Baby Bear. Papa and Mama say that everything is new to her. Baby Bear then sings, I'll show you the world, to tell her what kind of big brother he'll be. Curly starts to cry, but after a bit of rocking, Baby Bear gets her to settle down and go to sleep again. That's okay, Curly Bear, says Baby Bear. You'll rest. I'll show you the world later. As everyone prepares to leave the hospital, Baby Bear shows Curly the drawing he made, only has now been updated to include her. Baby Bear wishes to make a quick stop through Sesame Street so he can show Curly to everyone. Before they exit, Baby Bear has one thing he wants to tell her. I just want you to know that there's a whole world outside that door, okay? And you won't believe your wee little eyes on Sesame Street. Tilly calls for everyone to gather and meet Curly. She meets Telly, Big Bird, whose size intimidates her at first, Nicole, Megan, Gabby, Miles, a honker, and a dinger. As the bears make their way to the car, Baby Bear continues to introduce her to places like Hooper's store, the Mail-It Shop, and the Subway. Telly tells Dylan and a honker to tell others about the newest resident of Sesame Street, Baby Bear's little sister Curly, who was born yesterday. He then hears moaning, and Baby Bear approaches with a very exhausted look on his face. He says he's a wee little wreck because of the new baby. It's no teddy bear picnic, buddy. As they walk down the street, he tells Telly that the moment Curly got home, he hasn't received much attention from Mama Bear and Papa Bear as they play with, feed, wash, and dress her. Whatever attention has been getting has been less useful than usual. His usual routines of putting on his pajamas with Mama Bear and brushing his teeth with Papa Bear became reversed, as the other parent is busy with Curly. He's upset by the fact that his family bedtime song has been altered to now include Curly. Telly and Baby Bear have reached the park during their discussion, where Telly admits he'd love to have a baby sister. Baby Bear continues that he hasn't even gotten to the worst part. He hasn't been able to spend some father and son time with Papa Bear because of Curly and his job at the honey factory to help support her. He's not sure if he'll ever get those special moments again when Papa Bear shows up to spend some quality time with him. Telly says he'll meet later at the playground, and Baby Bear confesses his problems to Papa Bear, who assures he'll always have time and love for both his children, singing different people, different ways. Mama Bear arrives with Curly Bear, whom Baby Bear begins to warm up to. She grabs hold of Baby Bear's ear, which he takes as a sign of her love for him. You know, Curly, I think this is the beginning of something, and says to her. Baby Bear tries to wrap his head around being the four bears by counting his family different ways, trying to make them the three bears again. Telly shows up to help count, confirming the number remains the same. Baby Bear accepts that no matter how they're counted, they'll stay the four bears and heads off to play with his best friend.